Welcome to the Department of Zoology, BN College Thubri. This is a class of Zoology that will help the students of BSc first semester major and BSc third semester general Zoology students enrolled under Guwahati University, Guwahati. Myself, Dr Samuel Sheikh, I am going to take the class of Morphology and Life History of Fasciola hepatica. Let us know what will be learned in this class. First of all, its systematic position, then the morphology of Fasciola hepatica, its mode of life, types of its host, general anatomy of its reproductive system, copulation and fertilization, its larval forms, then number 8, infection to intermediate host, larval developments in intermediate host, then infection to primary host, its life cycle, and lastly its parasitic adaptation. So let us first move to the systematic position of Fasciola hepatica. It belongs to the phylum Platyhelminthes, class Trematoda, order Dizenia, family Fasciolidae, and the genus is Fasciola. Now let us know the morphology of Fasciola hepatica. Fasciola hepatica is a small unsegmented flatworm. It is commonly known as fluke because the flatness of its body. The body is soft, oval, and dorsoventrally flattened and leaf-like. The body is generally pinkish, having its margins black and brown. So it is a very soft, oval in shape, and hence, because of its flatness of its body, the organism is called fluke. The anterior end of Fasciola hepatica is broader than the posterior end. The anterior end is distinguishable with a typical conical shape here. The conical shape of structure is called conical oral cone or cephalic cone. The mouth is apically present, surrounded by its oral sucker. There is acetabulum, which is the posterior sucker or ventral sucker. Just above the anterior sucker, there is genital pore. And apart from this, there is a temporary structure called Laurer's canal, which is present dorsally, just above the midpoint of the body. So this Laurer's canal acts as a vagina for the adult worm. Now let us know the mode of life of the parasite Fasciola hepatica. So since it belongs to the class Trematoda, it has a parasitic mode of life. It is an endoparasite, that means it lives within the body of the host. It is a diagenetic parasite because its life cycle completes in two different hosts, that is the primary host and the secondary host. Now let us know the types of hosts in the life cycle of Fasciola hepatica. So there are two types of hosts, as already mentioned. That is primary host, which is sheep, that may again be goat, cow, human being, dog, elephant also. And the intermediate host is the land snail. So let us know about the general anatomy of reproductive system of Fasciola hepatica. First of all, we should know that Fasciola hepatica is a hermaphroditic animal. That means both the male reproductive system and the female reproductive system is found inside the same individual. So this is the ventral view of anterior part of the Fasciola hepatica. So here you can see the male reproductive system and female reproductive system. The male reproductive system consists of the seminal vesicle, then ejaculatory duct, then penis, which is also known as serous, and the female reproductive system consists of ovary, then oviduct, then uterus, and finally the uterus opens into the female genital pore. The ovary produces ova, which pass down through the oviduct and gets fertilized in the oviduct, and after getting fertilization they reach to the uterus, and from uterus they are delivered through the female genital pore. Beside this diagram, there is a fertilized egg which is having an eggshell, and inside the eggshell there is the zygote, and anteriorly the eggshell has an operculum, which is a window, and through this window the developed embryo comes out of the eggshell. Now let us know about the copulation and fertilization of Fasciola hepatica. So copulation occurs in the bile ducts of the primary host. Because the adults live in the primary host bile duct, and there in the bile duct the copulation occurs and fertilization occurs. So during copulation, the serous of one fluke is inserted into the temporary Lawrence canal of another fluid, and the sperms are ejaculated there. So after copulation, the fertilization occurs. Now fertilization may again be of two types. One is cross fertilization and the other is self fertilization. Now to know about the cross fertilization, we should go back to the earlier slide. Here you can see the Lawrence canal is there, which acts as a vagina, and the penis is the male genital organ. So the penis will deliver the sperm and Lawrence canal will receive the sperm to fertilize, to facilitate the fertilization of egg inside the oviduct. Now in cross fertilization, what happens? One individual will be delivering the sperm to other individual of fasciola hepatica. So the cirrus of penis of one individual fluid will be inserted into the Lawrence canal and the sperms will be delivered inside the Lawrence canal. Then the sperm of one individual fasciola will fertilize the ovum of other individual fasciola. So this is called cross fertilization, and this cross fertilization is very much common to fasciola hepatica. But self fertilization is also observed where we again go to the earlier slide. Here for self fertilization, the penis will be inserted through the female genital pore. Here you can see the female genital pore. The penis will be inserted in the female genital pore, and the sperms will be delivered in the same individual. That means the sperm of the same individual will be used for the fertilization of ova of the same individual. So this is called self-fertilization. Now let us know the different types of larval forms that are found in the life cycle of fasciola hepatica. So it's larval forms. So we have seen the fertilized egg. The fertilized egg is carrying the zygote, and that this zygote will develop into the embryo, which will give the first larval form, which is called mycelium larva. Now, to develop into the larval form, the fertilized egg requires some congenital atmosphere, for which they will have to come out of the primary host body. So for that, with the feces of the primary host, they come out of the body of the primary host, and it remains in the environment. So until and unless they get the adequate moisture content, which is 60% at least, they will not be converted into embryo from the zygote. So when it gets the adequate moisture content, the zygote will be developed into an embryo, and this embryo will get the different developments inside the eggshell, and finally it will be developed into the metastadium larva, which will come out of the operculum, which will act as a window. The window will be opened and the larva will come out of the eggshell, and it will be free in the environment. So the metastadium larva, you can see the structure of metastadium larva. It is a very typical larva which has cilia over its body. So the cilia will be used as a locomotory organ. So the metastadium larva is a very active swimming larva. It is free swimming. It swims in the water until and unless it gets the suitable host to enter into the body of the suitable host. So it is a very active swimming larva. The next larval form is the sporocyst larva, which it is developed inside the body of the intermediate host. So this is the sporocyst larva. It has a cyst over its body, hence it is called sporocyst larva, and the sporocyst larva will be developed into the radia larva, which is the third larval form. Next is the fourth larval form, which is the Sarkaria larva, and the final larval form is the Metasarkaria larva, which is again within the cyst. This is the fifth larval form. Now let us know the infection to intermediate host, the land snail. We have already discussed that this fasciola hepatica has two different hosts. One is the primary host, which is sheep, maybe cow, maybe human being, dog, elephant also. And the intermediate host is the land snail. It is the snail of genus Limnia. Now the fertilized egg will be developed into Miracidium larva. The Miracidium larva is a free swimming. It will swim to search the intermediate host, that is the land snail. During its life, the Miracidium larva does not feed. It just swims to search the land snail, that is the intermediate host, because it requires to reach the intermediate host within 8 hours. If it does not get any intermediate host within 8 hours, it dies out. So it is its necessity to find an intermediate host within 8 hours, otherwise it will be perished. Next is the larval development in intermediate host. Now after getting a suitable intermediate host, that is the Limnia land snail, the Miracidium larva penetrates the soft tissue of the land snail. It enters into the digestive gland of land snail and it is converted into sporocyst larva inside the body of the intermediate host. Then the sporocyst larva will be giving rise to radial larva. Then radial larva will be giving rise to Cercaria larva. So these 3 types of larva will be developed inside the body of the intermediate host. Now next is the infection to primary host, the sheep. So you have seen inside the body of the intermediate host, the Cercaria larva is developed. That Cercaria larva will not be inside the body of the intermediate host. It will come out of the body of land snail and it will be free in the environment. So in the environment, it will search the nearby plantations, water plantations or water plants in the nearby water body. So it will go to the vegetations, it will settle down over the vegetation and it will be converted into metacercaria larva. You have seen the Cercaria larva has a typical tail. It is a simple tail which helps in locomotion to search for the water plants. Then when they get the water plants, they settle on the water plant and they shed the tail, they form a cyst over the body and become the metacercaria larva. The metacercaria larva are found over the water plant leaves and they wait for the primary host to be infected. So for infection, the infection of this metacercaria larva, the primary host is required to eat the vegetations nearby the water body. So when they, suppose here I have shown here the cow. So cow will be taking the vegetations, so infected vegetations. So metacercaria larva will pass to the digestive system of cow with the help of this vegetation. So when they reach the digestive system of the primary host, the cyst over the metacercaria larva will be dissolved by the digestive juices, and the larva which is inside the shell, inside the cyst, that will come out of the cyst, and it will penetrate the intestinal barrier. It will go to the liver and it will start living inside the bile duct of liver. They will develop into an adult and the adult will mature. It will be reproductively mature and again they will fertilize and give rise to the fertilized eggs. So this way the cycle goes on. Now let us know the full life cycle of Fasciola hepatica. You see, the life cycle of Fasciola hepatica is a very complicated one comprising of 2 different hosts, primary host and the secondary host. Inside the body of the primary host, the copulation occurs and fertilized eggs are formed. Those fertilized eggs are passed down through the feces into the environment, and when the fertilized eggs get the adequate environmental condition, the larva inside the fertilized egg will be developed and the Miracidium first larval form, that is the Miracidium larva will be coming out from the eggshell that will search the intermediate host, that is the snail, and the snail will be infected by the Miracidium larva. The Miracidium larva inside the body of the snail will develop into sporocyst larva, then radial larva, then finally the Cercaria larva. That Cercaria larva will be having the tail, simple tail, that will not remain inside the body of the snail. It will come out of the body of the snail into the environment, and in the environment it will swim to find a nearby water plant where they will settle over the leaf of the water plant and develop into the fifth larval form, that is the metacercarial larva. And the metacercarial larva will be waiting for the new primary host for infection. So the new primary host, that is either cow or sheep or human being or elephant also, they may be infected by the metacercarial larva when they will be eating the water vegetations infected with metacercarial larva. So after infection, the metacercarial larva will be inside the body, inside the digestive system of the primary host, and there they will shed the cyst over the larva, and they will come out of the digestive canal and it will penetrate the liver, and finally they will be developed into adult and reside inside the liver. In the liver they will attain the maturity, reproductive maturity, and again they will fertilize their eggs, and the fertilized eggs will be released in the bile duct that will again be passed through the feces of the primary host. Now from this complicated type of life cycle, we can just imagine how different forms are developed in Fasciola hepatica. So you have seen the different types of larval forms, you have seen the adult form. So these larval forms and the adult form, they are having certain distinctive types of characters in their body. So to facilitate in continuation of their life cycle, they have attained this type of characters. So this attainment of these characters are called, is nothing but the adaptation in the Fasciola hepatica. So let us know the different parasitic adaptations of Fasciola hepatica. So this adaptation can be studied under two broad heads. One is morphological adaptations and the other is physiological adaptations. So morphological adaptations, you have seen in our earlier slides that there are suckers in adults. So these suckers help the adult to attach with the body of the primary host. Then again you have seen the spicules in the tegument of adults. So these spicules help them to prevent the current of bile or flow of bile inside the bile duct. Then you have seen the muscular suctorial pharynx in adults. So these muscular suctorial pharynx in adults, they help in taking the nutrition from the adult's body, from the host body. Then you have seen the highly branched alimentary canal in adults. So this highly branched alimentary canal in adults, they help in distribution of nutrients to different parts of the body of the Fasciola hepatica. Then there is absence of anus. They don't need anus actually. Why? Because they take the digested food from the primary host. So there is no undigested material. So anus is not required. Then again, highly developed excretory system with phlegm cells. Excretory system is there. Then poor nervous system in adults and rich in larval forms like Mycelium larva. So poor nervous system in adults, because the adults are well protected inside the body of the host, primary host and intermediate host. They don't require the nervous system to sense the enemy or anything. But in case of larval forms, that is the Mycelium larva and the Cercarial larva, they require highly developed nervous system because their life is within the environment, not inside the protected host. So these are the morphological adaptations. Again, for physiological adaptations, their respiration is aerobic because the adults live inside the body of the host. So inside the body of the host there is dearth of oxygen, there is no oxygen. So their respiration occurs without the presence of oxygen. That is the anaerobic respiration. Then powerful reproduction in the adults. We have seen the different hazards present in the life cycle of the Fasciola hepatica because the Mycelium larva will be in the environment. So there is less chance to get a snail for the Mycelium larva. Again, it is required to get the snail to infect by the Mycelium larva. The time limit is 8 hours. So there is every possibility of perishing of Mycelium larva due to non-availability of intermediate host. So their reproduction is powerful. They release numbers of eggs that give rise to numbers of metacedia larvae, so that one or two get the ideal intermediate host. So the reproduction is powerful in adults. The power of reproduction in larval forms is also powerful, because we have seen the germ balls in the sporosis larva, then again in radial larva. These germ balls develop into more sporosis larva within the sporosis larva. Again, we have seen the power of reproduction in larval forms. In larval forms, there are germ balls in the sporosis larva, again in the radial larva. These germ balls in the sporosis larva give rise to radial larva, numbers of radial larva. In radial larva, there are germ balls which develop into circadial larva. So within a single sporosis larva, you can get 4 to 10 radial larvae. Again, a single radial larva can give rise to 15 to 20 circadial larvae. So from one individual we can get more next generation individuals. So there is power of reproduction in larval forms also. Next is the chemotaxic sense organs in adult to serve suitable place in host body. Because when the adult enters into the body of the host, they don't have eye to select their suitable place for staying. So the chemotaxic sensory organ, they help identify the suitable place inside the body of the host. So different types of adaptations are found in the fasciola hepatica. So this is all about the class. I hope all the students will be benefited with this class. Thank you very much.